Okay, we're recording. Now we're going to do the front brakes. I'm going to show you how I do it. What you can do, I am going to change the rotors later on. They're starting to get a little bit, but the back drums are a little worse than I thought. They're still good, but you can take a screwdriver, stick it in here on the edge of the rotor. Don't try to shove it way down there, just on the edge of the rotor a little bit, if you can get it. And sometimes you can push your brake pad back. We'll do it this way. And all I'm doing is pushing that cylinder back. I'm not hurting anything. There's going to be people that's going to disagree and agree. There's probably all different things out there. People are going to tell you one thing and someone's going to tell you something else. I've been doing this for over 30 years, backwards mechanic, or as you want to call it, but I'm not pressing real hard, I'm not jerking. I'm just trying to get the cylinder back a little bit so it'll be easier to come off. See how loose the brakes are now? Or they're getting there. Alright, now it'll come off pretty simple. If not, it might have pressure on it, might come off, not come off like that. Then you gotta remember, lefty loosey, righty tighty, but it's gonna be backwards because you're going on the backside. So if you ain't for sure, this is tightening usually and this is loosening. So go back here and go, this is tightening, this is loosening. And what I do is I'll put the, I can actually tell you what this is. It's a 3/4 Allen head or whatever for the Chevy S10. And what I do is I get these are Harbor Freight. These are strong as you know what. You can see I beat on them. But I stick that in there and I tap on it with my hand and try to get it to break free. See if it can. If not, I'll get a rubber mallet. I try and do it like an impact so it ain't damaged anything. See it? It's not coming off. Might have to get the breaker bar because the other side was screwed up too. You can hear it right there. It's coming loose. I'm not hitting hard. I'm doing a jerking motion to try to break the rust free. And then after it gets so much, you can start actually then you're want to clean your threads. Put some anti-seize and stuff on them so they don't do this. And anybody can do this. Just make sure your vehicle is safe. See, I put yeah, you can see it. I put the tire underneath just in case something happens. It's gonna hit the tire. It ain't gonna go all the way on the ground. It ain't gonna hit me, and I'm out of the way. Now, this happened on the other one too. The little rod that it's got a little rubber piece supposed to be in there. It actually came out. I'm gonna see it. I can probably buy them, but it's like a rubber sleeve or whatever. It's supposed to hold that in there. If not, I will buy the caliper. They're gonna be expensive, but as of right now, I don't need that. Just for the little bit of driving I'm going to do. But I am going to get that. I don't know. it's got a divot in there. I could actually also take a O-ring and put in there too. Let's see. There, get it. I'm smacking harder this time. So whoever put this together didn't put it together right. And I'll show you why on this side. Everything else seems pretty good, but they forgot to put one piece in on the other side. I don't know if it's this side the same way. I'll tell you in a second. It's not a super important piece, but you should put it in. Yeah, I'm going to clean them up. I might get new bolts in the, this one still got the rubber somewhat in it. This one don't. But it just moves back and forth. It ain't going to hold. It ain't going to be dangerous to hold it. See how easy that comes out? Nope, they didn't put it in this one either. If they would have put that piece in there, that wouldn't have fell out. Then you want to make sure you don't have to put this back on. But you want to make sure you put your, however it come up, the squealer in the back. Now what I'm doing is checking to see if it's got any grooves or marks. It's got a little lip, but other than that, them front rotors are good. So let me go get the tools. They make a copper grease for the actual brake. You can use anise, but don't put a lot, because you put a lot, it gets on your brake, you're going to be in an accident because you ain't going to stop. But this is the part that's missing. It's a clip. It comes in the box, as you can see. I could probably pull that off. I don't want to pull it. But I clipped it on. You got to make sure it's on there. Now what I'm going to do is take just a little bit of anise. Not tons, barely hardly anything. And I'm going to put it on the back little piston here. They keep them from sticking, and it'll keep the noise down. Now, you can go and buy that $30, $40, $50, whatever part. I think I brought it over. Or you can go to Harbor Freight and get a $10 clamp or $5 clamp or whatever. What you do, loosen your clamp up, or your C-clamp. You can do this on mostly every brake on the front. Just make sure you ain't on no line or nothing. Turn this in. Yeah, we're going to change these up front because it can be. But don't rush this on new cars. Just take it easy. Put a little pressure. Let it set. And if it seems like it's not going back, stop. Because you don't want to damage anything. And what I'm tempting to do is take this all the way back. You can tell how much. Well, here's the back pad. This one, I'm lucky that I got the truck real quick because someone else might have kept on driving. That is the back pad. There's the new one. The front pad's about 1/4 inch. It's about 3/8. Yeah, about 3/8 on there. And you see the new one's got a groove in it. I got these off of Amazon. I got them on sale because I do a lot with Amazon. I don't remember the price, but it wasn't real expensive. I got the starter, the brakes, and the muffler for like $130. And it's not the right muffler for on here, but there's also all Cali-womped on this anyway, so I got to make it work. It's a 2.5 in, 2.5 out. Because someone had dual exhaust on this truck. I'm going to switch sides because it's a little tight. The other side went together pretty easy. It's going in. It's not real hard, but it's a little harder than I would like. So that's what I said. I'm going to, next month, if I got the money, I'm going to buy new front calipers. Or not caliper, that's caliper. No, it's a rotor. That is caliper. Yeah, front caliper. Might just put new ones on. Don't go to junkyard and never buy these. A lot of people, I've seen people do that. Don't do it. Spend a little more money. Be safe, because you don't know if the junkyards are... They might work at first, then you get down the road, something happens. You got your life in your hands and other people on the road. Just don't do it. If you're doing a derby car or something like that, getting smashed up and you need one, yeah, I can see going junkyard or something like that. Don't go to junkyard and buy brake parts. You don't know how long they've been out there in the junkyard setting. Stuff does deteriorate and get bad, guys. But these are a little crusty in here, so that's what I said. I'm going to change them. And all this does, it sits in there and snaps in. If I put it in the right way. And see, that holds that. I got a little anti-seize on my fair, so I'm not trying to touch anything. Now I'm going to gently let go, because I don't want that to fall, because it can still hurt to tear that hose up. And that looks like a newer hose. I'm going to put a little anti-seize here, not barely hardly anything. They make the copper grease, that's what I said. It's hardly anything on my brush. It's just going to help it from non-squealing. Now I am going to take my anti-seize lubricant, the exact word for this. And I'm going to put it in these holes here. This is the bowl holes. I'm going to try to get it pretty good, not super where it's going to come out, but I want enough where when I put my threads in, I'm going to clean my threads up, and I want it on the thread too. I'm going to put now I'm going to put a little bit on the thread itself. Here comes another tractor trailer. If they're flying, I'm going to go get them. Now, them dump trucks and tractor trailers we used to fly up and down the road. Now I'd run out there with the camera here and record them. They'd hit the brakes real quick, so I guess they know that someone's watching. There's kids on this road. Now I'm not putting tons. This aniseed's getting old. You can see hardly any. It just looks thick. And before I put the brake back on, I'm going to run these in a little bit. Just clean up in threads. And when it starts getting tight, right there, you back it off a little bit. Go back a little bit. Go back forwards. All it's doing is cleaning the threads. You can see how much easier it's getting. That aniseed is actually getting into the grooves and cleaning that rust a little bit. It's just like soap, a lubricant. It just makes it so it don't seize up. And you can see how clean it got it. Now this is going to be the one that's a little harder, because I think that's the one we were really beating on. And see the aniseeds out here. You want to make sure you get all that off. You put it on, if you wipe it on your clothes like that, if you ain't worried about your clothes, you go ahead. If you are, that stuff ain't going to come out that easy. This one, that went in pretty easy. It must have been the bolt, the other bolt. As you can see, I'm barely turning it. Alright. I'm going to put my sleeves and my collars back in. I already got aniseeds in the bolts. If I would have put that on there like that, it was wrong. Gotta go that way. Alright. And it's been a while since I did an S10. So, what you gotta do, make sure aniseeds ain't on my fingers, is lean this up. You gotta take the squealer and put that in first. Lean it. And then they go right together. If not, that squealer sticks out too far. You won't get it. That will be good for now until we get our new parts. Which these brakes work really good. They're filling me through the windshield even with the bad brakes. So now the calipers are good. It's just that the piston in the caliper is getting a little rusty to me. Safe than sorry. I might order new ones because I got that new brake thing. I can show you how that works. It's a Harbor Freight too. I didn't get it from Harbor Freight, but it's Harbor Freight. I actually got it on Amazon cheaper. I didn't have a lot of money at the time, or I would have went to Harbor Freight. It took me 2 days to get it, and I got it like $4 cheaper. $4 ain't a lot to some people. It is to me. Now I'm going to tap it to make sure it's tight. There it goes. And that's how you do your front brake system. Now, the caliper, when you do that, it's a little harder. I'll have to show you a video on that, but brakes are fine. So, that's the way I do my front brakes. Some people might do it different. That was it. You don't have to go and buy that fancy tool. You can actually use this if you're careful. So if you like this video of the front brakes, give me a thumbs up. You didn't, thumbs down. At least you watch one. Please subscribe, watch a couple videos, and bye till later.